Welcome to Epic Elite Last Stand. This is level 23 on Epic Elite, so you can do it at level 25, which I am, to get full bravery bonus. Decided to do one more life of the 10 paly, PDK 1 fighter and 9 warlock. And you know, when I did I guess it was just part 2 of the talking about what I'm doing, trying to avoid playing it as a melee, but still getting the paly past life, because I have a disdain for playing melees. I talked about my experiences in early epic levels, and saying it was was a bit of a struggle, and it has been a lot better this go around, and it's hard to say if it's just because I'm used to how it plays now, or I'm used to the fact that it's lower DPS, or who knows. But yeah, it's been alright. Not that I'm going to keep going with it. This was just really about finding a way to get a paly past life and still play it as a warlock and have it be, tolerable. But I think I'm going to, maybe do one more iconic, and then actually going to go back to my final build. I'm going to cut my routine short, my TR train short, because I decided I want to go back to my normal build when update 32 comes out, at least for a while. I think there's going to be a lot of farming involved. There's some really neat gear that's going to be coming out, some customizable gear that we're going to be able to craft like 4 or 5 different properties onto, using ingredients that we're going to farm out of the new classic module. And so I'm thinking I'd like to have Voodu as a captive warlock to farm that, and then once that becomes passe, maybe just start knocking out some more past lives. Because I got all the time in the world, right? There's no race to the finish line. This is a quest that I typically do every life, because I find that once you do all the Vons, Von 1 through 6, and I'm a little bit short of that 150 House K favor that I want to get, all my bank space opened up. And I want to get that so that when I TR again, I have 20 more slots to pull things out of my TR cache. So it's pretty quick and easy one to do. So I usually do this one and Claw of Valcour, and I don't usually do the other ones on Epic, at least not if I'm just working through a past life. Haven't posted a video in several days, actually, and it's a busy time for me right now. For work, I do a lot of like street fairs this time of year, and they're long hours. But another thing, I'm finding myself in kind of a weird spot, because I don't have any series going on right now, and when I do that, usually I'm like 5, sometimes up to 10 videos are done ahead of time. And right now I have nothing. I have nothing that's like in the chamber ready to go. And I haven't been in that position for a long time. And I have some things, this is going to give me a chance to do some videos I've been wanting to do. I've been talking about like doing a video of like 10 places in DDO that were going to be something but never were. And I was thinking about doing like 10 places that you've never been. There's some other things that I'd like to do just for fun. This is a good time in the quest to go around and do these breakables. Oops. Got the next wave coming. I think next life I'm gonna get, this is my final PDK life, final paly life. Next life I'm gonna do my final Sun Elf life and do that and get a cleric heroic past life. But that'll only be my second cleric heroic past life. But I'm going to do the same thing next life. I'm going to do a Sun Elf Cleric. I'm going to do 10 Cleric. I guess it'll be 11 Cleric and 9 Warlock. It'll be the same kind of concept that I'm doing now. Still playing it as a Warlock. Which should be better DPS, but lower defensively, which will be fine. For what I'm doing, that should be absolutely fine. In fact, it should be better. The higher DPS and lower defensiveness. You know, I'm not tanking high-end mobs, high-end raid bosses, so I don't need all this extra defense really. Ransack? No, just Vandal. There we go. But I got another big street fair coming up. 4 days in a row of like double shifts. So I probably won't even log into DDO for 4 days, which could result in me suffering from withdrawals. We'll see. If you're not paying attention here, you know, Vircha can take some serious damage, so you definitely want to keep an eye on his health. Make sure he's not getting too low. Pull any mobs off of him. If he dies, the quest ends. And I've had him die before, just because I wasn't paying attention, and there was a mob on him the whole time during a wave, and you know, he was around back or something, and you know, before I knew it, he was dead. This is a good quest to do both heroic and epic too, because this is where your twisted talisman comes from, and that's a level 7 necklace that gives up 3 charges of getting 50 spell points, 150 spell points at the cost of, you know, you you take 25 damage every time you use it. So 150 spell points for 75 damage. And then the epic version, it's, you know, this is one of the old school epics that has to be crafted. So you need the seal and the shard and the base item and the scroll. Well, the seal comes from one of the epic chests here. So a great quest to include as part of your routine if you're going for that item. The base item's not, you know, it's relatively common. I'm not sure how hard of a farm the seal is. I think, if I remember, I only have one epic one. I just wanted it on Ginger Spice, but if I remember correctly, the shard is probably the toughest farm, and that comes from the demon optional, the Hezru guy at the bottom of the pit in the Into the Deep, which is the final quest out here in Red Fens. And as I talked about in part 3, it's just going to get easier and easier here on out, because I'm not going to do, you know, if I'm just going for the past life, I'm not doing high-end content. You know, I'm doing a lot of dailies, just trying to get some high XP quests out of the way, gibberish runs, you know, Bond 3, Wiz King, Offering of Blood, these kinds of quests. Doing them on epic hard, so you know it just becomes easier and easier to do those the higher I get in level. And now I'm getting more serious about raiding with the guild, so you know I'm getting raid XP. Last night I did the first legendary shroud on this tune, so that's huge XP. Legendary Tempest Spine. So it just gets easier and easier and faster once I get over about level 25. And I'm doing things this way. Again, just going for that past life. And that's that. Well, thanks for watching. If you have any questions about my videos, you can respond on YouTube. If you have any questions about any of my builds, you can respond on my build posts in the forums. You always want to check back here for Glom, the ooze, the named ooze. He might be back there and never aggroed on you. And if you're on Sarlona, you're welcome to send me a tell.